Alright, everyone has those things that they've been doing since they were a little kid. Like Sydney, I know she's been dancing since she was like in first grade, and Alex has probably been doing something since he was little too, and everyone just has those things. And my thing that I've been doing since I was little and been brought up doing was running. I don't really know how I got started running, but it's just been one of those things I've been brought up with, and I've just grown up with it and grown to love. I think I kind of get it from my mom. I mean, not really my dad so much, because when he was in high school, he didn't really have much of an athletic ability, but now he's a triathlete and everything, so that really inspires me to work hard. And my mom was a huge track and cross-country star when she was in high school, but her time was cut short, unfortunately. She suffered from really bad stress fractures, and she couldn't run her senior year, so that really sucked for her. And then she went to Mount Mercy, and she took off her freshman year for running and everything, just didn't do anything. And then her sophomore year was the first time Mount Mercy had their first cross-country team. So it's a big privilege for her to say that she was on the first girls cross-country team that Mount Mercy had ever had, but she still couldn't run her entire career in college. How I started running, well, I guess in elementary school, I was really competitive with all the guys and everything, and I always raced them, and all my friends would encourage me to race and stuff, and I just found out I was pretty fast and everything. And we have to do this test for gym where it was the 50-meter dash, and then you had to pick up the erasers and stuff like that. And I always made sure with Mr. Harris I was the fastest girl that did it and everything, and most every year I was, and I was pretty proud of myself because of that. And then in middle school, I was so excited for middle school because I knew I could finally run track and be able to compete, and it actually means something. And my parents would sign me up for the Hershey track meet and everything, and I went to state for that, which was a huge experience for me. And one of my favorite middle school memories was having Coach Lyle come up to me saying, Miss Heitman told me you had some wheels on you. I can't wait to have you on the team. And that just really made me smile, and knowing that coaches talk to each other like that, and that I was brought up in a conversation. And then after 8th grade was over, I was more than excited for high school, because this is when I could go to state and be good and be on varsity and stuff like that. So I was so excited my freshman year to go and everything and do track. And I had always had problems with my grades. I've never been a really good student like that. I mean, I was able to keep them up, but they weren't A's and B's. They were I have a few A's and 2 D's or something like that. And it was always a real struggle for me, because sometimes the teacher would go too fast, or I wouldn't learn the way other kids would learn. I slower at learning stuff than other people, and I tried telling teachers that they would do it for a day or so and they would go back to their normal speed. So I mostly stayed after school one-on-one with the teacher so I could get the stuff, and so I wouldn't be behind in any of my classes. And French was always a really hard grade for me to keep up, leaving for cross-country meets and leaving for FFA events. And so that was really hard for me to keep up my grade, and I knew I was close to failing, and I tried so hard to get my grade up. I did everything I could, and then Miss K approached me and said, Dawn, I hear that you're failing French. You need to go talk to the teacher. I was like, all right, I will, and my stomach just dropped. I didn't want to know what was going to happen, because I knew it was going to be bad. So I went in and talked to the teacher, and she was missing one of my assignments that I would have swore I did, but she's the teacher. She obviously gets the hand of if I did it or not, and that was the assignment that failed me. And when she told me that, I just broke down in tears. I didn't even know what to do. I felt like bricks had just been thrown at me, and it was terrible. I didn't know what to do at that point. And so I talked to Miss K, and I was ineligible for 30 days after the first meets. So half my season was thrown away, which really made me mad, because I wanted a full season of doing good and stuff like that. But I still practiced with all the other teammates, and I didn't get any special treatment. I practiced just as hard, and my parents pushed me really hard, and I would always get down after practice, before a meet, because I know I couldn't run, and my parents would always say, keep your head up, you're going to be able to run and stuff. And so like, it was crazy. For once, like, my parents actually knew what they were talking about. And they would always tell me, like, keep your head up, you're almost there, only a few more days left. And I finally I finally was able to run again, and I really wanted to get on the 4x1 and 4x2 team because I knew that they had gone to state and they had records and everything, so I really wanted to be a part of that. And I worked really hard to get on the team, and I finally got on it, and my first meet was so nerve-wracking because I went from middle school to varsity high school track, and that's like a huge jump, and like going against seniors and everything was so unreal. And then my second meet back was our last time we could qualify for Drake Relays. And Miss K really wanted us to because she thought we had really good potential. So we did qualify for Drake Relays, which was a huge experience because only a few teams get picked to go to Drake Relays, and that was a really great experience. And then the rest of my season, up until districts, I worked really hard. And the 4x1 and 4x2 team had always done really well. And then finally districts came, and we worked really hard, and we made it to state track in the 4x1 and 4x2. And yeah, I'm going really long, so.
That's all right.
I don't know, can I be done?
No,
Please?
you gotta finish your conclusion.
I can't.
Why?
I don't feel good.
Okay, stop the